At Thanksgiving dinner, my mom gave everyone personalized gifts. When I asked if there was one for me, she rolled her eyes and said, "Oh, please, you should be grateful we even let you sit at the table." My uncle chuckled and said, "Be glad we still remember your name." Everyone laughed. I just said, "Good to know." A month later, I made a quiet decision. Yesterday, they drove 4 hours to my apartment, pounded on my door, and screamed, "We need to talk. Please open up." Thanksgiving, 5:17 p.m. The dining table groaned under the weight of food, wine, and laughter. My chair, always the one on the far end, creaked as I sat. I wasn't late, but I wasn't really expected either. "Aaron," Mom said without looking up, "you can take that seat over there. We need room for the kids." I'm 31. The kids she meant were Sophie's toddlers. I moved my plate in silence. Then came the gift-giving: wallets, jewelry, photo albums, thoughtful, intimate gifts for each person. A moment passed. I waited. Everyone opened something. Everyone, except me. I tried to hide the crack in my voice when I asked, "Was there one for me?" Mom rolled her eyes. "Oh, please, you should be grateful we even let you sit at the table." Uncle Rob chuckled. "Be glad we still remember your name." Laughter, light, cruel. I managed a smile. Just said, "Good to know." I grew up in that house, ate dinners at that same table. I knew where every creaky floorboard lived, but at some point I became the ghost in the frame. After high school, I left, not to rebel, but to breathe. I thought distance would earn me respect. It didn't. In every family photo, I was either cropped out, absent, or the one awkwardly standing at the edge. They didn't hate me. That would have meant they felt something. I think they just stopped noticing I was there. The morning after Thanksgiving, I left before sunrise. No one stirred. No texts. No follow-up. No, "Thanks for coming." I got in my car and said nothing to anyone. Back in my city apartment, I unfollowed every one of them, changed my number, removed Dad as my emergency contact, replaced him with Kyle, my coworker, who once drove me to the ER at 2 a.m. without hesitation. I didn't do it to hurt them. I did it because for once, I wanted silence on my terms. Late December, a letter arrived, handwritten, stamped from Oregon, from my Aunt Cheryl, my dad's estranged sister. I almost didn't open it, but something in me did. It read, "Aaron, I wasn't invited to the funeral, but I learned what they did. Your grandfather left you a share. He always said you were the only one who listened to him, but your parents said you weren't mentally sound, that you were unstable, so the lawyers changed the will. You were erased." My stomach dropped. I hadn't even known Grandpa died. They hadn't told me. I didn't punch walls. I didn't scream. I sat on my apartment floor, held that letter to my chest, and let the silence swallow me. This wasn't just forgetting my name. This was erasure. Systematic, intentional, and still. I didn't confront them. I called a lawyer instead. He was young, sharp, and honest. "This will take time. Quiet revenge always does." I said, "Good. Let it." We filed the motion in January. I got the original draft of the will, with my name in clear ink. The final version, notarized months later, had it missing. Forgery, maybe, fraud, likely, family, not anymore. The court ordered mediation before trial. That meant they'd get served. No warning, no letter, just a knock and a signature on a legal document that said, "He knows, and he's not afraid of you anymore." February 14th, Valentine's Day, 3:11 p.m. A violent knock shook my door. I froze. "Aaron," Mom's voice. "We need to talk, please, just come out." Dad was next. "We didn't mean it like that. We thought you were fine." Eli. We were just joking. You're overreacting, man. Sophie, softly. Please, you're still our brother. I watched through the peephole. 4 adults, faces pale with fear, not remorse, fear. I didn't open the door. They left after 20 minutes, and I made myself tea. Later that week, I got an email from their lawyer. They are willing to settle privately to avoid media exposure. Turns out Grandpa's estate included land rights and investment accounts worth over $1.4 million. They split it 4 ways. They told the rest of the family I refused help. I told my lawyer we go public if they don't meet our terms. Their silence screamed louder than anything they ever said at Thanksgiving. The mediation came and went. They agreed to restitution. Quietly, without eye contact, I was awarded my full original share, with interest. As we left the room, Mom tried to touch my arm. I stepped back. She said, Aaron, do you really hate us that much? I looked her in the eyes. No, I said. Hate would mean I still cared. And I walked out. I moved apartments, new city, new job. Kyle's still my emergency contact. Last week I got a dog. Named her Memory. She listens better than my family ever did. And every Thanksgiving now, I spend it with people who actually care. A few friends, some co-workers, strangers turned family. There are no gift boxes, no cutting remarks, no eyes rolling at my presence, just warmth. And when someone inevitably asks, do you miss them? I say, I don't miss being invisible. If this story touched something deep in you, like, share, or subscribe. Not for me, for the quiet ones who never got a seat at the table.